described it as the #1 problem for Pakistan today. Water is life, and the earliest civilizations were built around water, like our Indus Valley civilization. In this part of the world, however, we either have too much water in the form of floods or too little water in the form of droughts. And climate change and a rapidly expanding population are just making all our water problems much worse. We have gone from being a water surplus to water stressed country, and we are soon going to have water scarcity. The per capita water availability has reduced from approximately 5,000 cubic meters per year to around 1,000 cubic meters per year. According to the World Bank, Pakistan is now heading towards water availability of less than 1,000 cubic meters per year per person by 2035. We are now part of a group of countries where there will be scarcity of water. Our population is completely dependent on the Indus River system for its fresh water. More than 50%, and some say up to 70% of that water comes from melting snow and glaciers. Around 90 to 95% of that water is used in agriculture, while 4 to 5% is for domestic use and for industry. It is in the agriculture sector that there is the greatest wastage of water. In Pakistan, the talk when it comes to water is all about hard infrastructure solutions like building dams, but no one really talks about the water that is wasted in agriculture. Luckily, we today have an expert on our panel who will talk about bringing in greater efficiency into our outdated irrigation system. And of course, it is a woman, Rina Saeed. Research focuses on issues of water federalism and transboundary water sharing in the Indus River Basin. She teaches water law and policy and environment law at Pace University School of Law, Northeastern University School of Law, and Tufts University in the US. I don't think I even need to introduce our next panelist, the former Chief Justice of Pakistan, Saqib Nisar, who set up the Prime Minister and Chief Justice of Pakistan's Alhamra Arts Fund in July 2018. The former Chief Justice is now a household name, and there is no doubt that it is because of his campaigning that people across Pakistan have become aware of water scarcity. Last but not least, we have a new panelist, Ahmed Khan Bhatti, and he's a former member of the Water and Power Authority.
Member of Water.
And he is heading a public institute on hydropower. So he's standing in for Shamsul Gupta, who couldn't make it today. So I will start with a round of questions. I really look forward to the discussion because I'm a journalist and I write about water and climate change, but I really feel I need to learn more. It's a very complex subject. I don't think I know enough about it, and so I'll ask a round of questions and get the debate going, and then I'll open it up to the public because I think lots of people in the audience will also want to join in, and I'm sure they have questions to ask. So I'll leave about 20 minutes at the end. So, let's start with the former Chief Justice. Sir, what personally motivated you to start this fund for the Amar Pasha and Noman? And I believe you have a small presentation you would like to give us. So, aap podium par aa jaye and aap can start your presentation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected organizers of this function, distinguished guests, it's my proud privilege to be here today, particularly talking about an issue, a grave and a very important issue, which Pakistan is facing for a considerable time. And the resolution of this issue is most expedient for us. Actually, I was not asked to prepare any presentation for this function today, but I can give you a brief review of what made me think about the construction of this dam. I was in Karachi, and prior to my taking over as the Chief Justice of Pakistan, on account of scarcity of water in Karachi and Karachi being confronted with the tankers who would provide water to even the houses on a very high price, a commission was constituted under the chairmanship of the judge of the Sindh High Court, who gave a very comprehensive report indicating as to why the scarcity of water, in particular in the region of Karachi, and what are the causes and what should be the steps taken to resolve this issue. Then I made an in-depth study and applied my mind to that. I came across that it is only because we have a scarcity of water all over. I constituted a water commission headed by retired Justice Muslim Hani, and I accurately remember that is the point of time when this seed of brooding about the construction of the dam and for the restoration or increase of our water resources came to my mind. I've been discussing this issue with Shamsul Mulk Sahab, who unfortunately could not make today. Immediately thereafter, I happened to be in Quetta. I remember it was late night, we were holding the court, and both the ex-chief ministers, Mr. Malik, as also Mr. Zari, they were present in the court giving us some information about the water issue and the predicament which was being faced by the people of Quetta. The ground level in Quetta, do you believe, has gone down to the extent of 1,500 to 2,000 feet. And there was a real fear that it could possibly lead to a massive migration from Quetta because people of Quetta were facing this issue at a very massive scale. Having known about the gravity of the problem, first of all, I had a presentation in the open court by Mr. Zafar Mahmood, ex-chairman Wabda, who gave me the presentation and explained as to how imperative and expedient, particularly speaking about the Kalabagh Dam, it was that we must construct Kalabagh Dam immediately, otherwise the situation, the grave situation of water scarcity in Pakistan would be insurmountable. It was an open discussion in the court. A presentation given where some of our friends from the group which felt that Kalabagh Dam should not be built, they also raised certain objections. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a point of time when I thought that if Kalabagh Dam cannot be made because of this unfortunate situation, that we are not on one page. All the brothers, the four brothers, all the provinces are not on one page. At least we need to construct a Pakistan Dam. We give it a name, Pakistan Dam. And that is where I started considering as to what other options we have. And this is how we proceeded with the matter. We constituted under Law and Justice Commission a committee comprising of the Chairman Wagda, Mr. Shamsul Mulk, Panning Deviant people, Wharton Parr, so many other experts. And then this committee made certain suggestions, and ultimately the matter was taken up in the court. Here I find it to be my profound duty, at least to apprise you as to why we did take up this matter to the court. And let me share with you that in our constitution it's a beauty that we have fundamental rights. In every democracy, the most important and primordial rights which the citizens of that country has are the fundamental rights. And to our good luck, the first and the utmost right in our constitution is the right to life, which is not restricted to only the right to existence alone. It's a right which must have all the facets of right to life, all the traits of right to life, the quality life. Right to live with dignity, right to live with prestige, right to live with comfort, right to live with health. It is on account of water that we have life on earth. Otherwise, earth would have been like any other barren planet in the universe. It is only this great gift of the God Almighty that we as human beings, the mankind. And this is why the earth is unique. That is the reason. Connecting this water scarcity issue, which is sine qua non for any living organism, that we decided to take up this matter in the open court. And we initiated the hearings with us. Directly connected with the right of life, and on account of the fact that Pakistan is one of the most stressed water countries in the world, in order to secure the fundamental right to life, that he passed the orders in terms of Article 184(3) of the Constitution of Islamic Republic of Pakistan. If there is no paucity of time, let me briefly explain to you the scope of Article 184(3) of the Constitution in the simplest way. Article 184(3) mentions that if there is a question of fundamental right and the matter is of public importance, the Supreme Court of Pakistan has unbridled, unfettered jurisdiction to enforce that right for the public good. And that is exactly what the Supreme Court has done by virtue of issuing a direction to the government of Pakistan that for the purposes of securing the right to life, which was attached, instilled, integrated with the water, that the water issue must be taken up as a priority and must be resolved.
Thank you, Justice. Can we bring in the others, because then I want the audience to be able to ask you questions.
Thank you very much. So this is basically the reason, just to secure and save the right to life, that we had passed this order under Article 184(3). Rest I leave the audience. If they have any questions, I'll be pleased to answer.
Yes, we, first of all, I do realize that before I answer your question, I just would like to a few comments on what Saqib Nisar. In my 40 long years of service as a professional civil engineer in the water resources management and development of Pakistan, we tried in so many seminars and so many forums to sensitize the people of Pakistan about the water scarcity issues and the looming water crisis. But it never worked. We never succeeded. We could not make people realize about the issue. I would certainly like to compliment that what we, the entire engineering community related to water, could not do all these years. The former Chief Minister of Pakistan did it in just 2 months.